Okay guys, I'm Psych, and everything that you ever wanted to know about UFOs in the UK is about to be declassified. The alien deception has come, and it's just in time for the Summer Olympics. This is all due to be completely declassified by the summer of 2012. As you can see, the headline says, UFO files declassified, UK documents released, reveal Tony Blair was briefed on UFO sightings. So take a look at this, and then I want to show you something else very briefly.
This is the ninth collection of UFO files to arrive at the National Archives in Kew, and this consists of 25 separate files and somewhere around 7,000 pages of information.
So the papers that are being released today talk about the motives behind the intelligence study that was carried out. What kind of things do they reveal?
Well, the intelligence officer was really keen to have this study commissioned. There's some very interesting papers in the policy file from 1993 where he is briefing on the subject, and he's saying it's not because he talks to little green men every night, it's just that he thinks that this is a subject that the DIS and the MOD should take seriously because no study had ever been conducted. And during his brief, he lists a number of possibilities about what UFOs could actually be, and one of them is mass hallucinations, and he says that we can rule that out. Some of them are hoaxes. He says there's a lot of nonsense that's written about the subject, but despite that, there's still a hardcore of sightings by credible observers such as military pilots, air traffic controllers, police officers, that kind of thing. And he says one of the possibilities is that some of these sightings could have been caused by secret aircraft, black project aircraft, perhaps piloted by the Americans or even by the Russians or Chinese. It can't be ruled out. And he then goes into all the possible natural explanations such as clouds and ball lightning and meteors, and he has to consider the possibility that some of them could be extraterrestrial life forms. And he says that that's possible, but there's no direct evidence. Now, if any of those possibilities, such as the extraterrestrial or the Black Project aircraft, were true, there are implications for national security. And he says that the national security implications are considerable because we have many reports of strange objects in the sky, and we've never investigated them. If they are American, then there's probably no threat to national security, although it would be most alarming if they were flying around without clearance in our airspace. If the aircraft were Russian or Chinese, then there would be a threat to national security, and we would urgently need to establish the nature of the craft and its capabilities. And then he turns to the possibility that...
Now, hold on, because this part's important here. What they're about to basically say, or what he just really said, was, if this was coming from a source of Russia or China or something like that, it could be of great national security. And I came across a video that I'll have to add to this as well, because the video is of a really neurotic, crazy higher up in the military over in Russia saying that, basically admitting that they actually caused the tsunami in Japan, and, basically a new type of weaponry that mimics UFOs and other just crazy, crazy things that would definitely add to his point here. But what I really wanted to show you here is, and I'll add the link here, that they are declassifying all of this right around the time of the Olympics. There are 25, I think, complete segments, and let's see here. If you go to it's their Freedom of Information Act, basically the UK's version of this, and you can come to this link here and you can click on any of these. As you can see, I've kind of been browsing them, and then it'll open for you in PDF format, and it'll give you an exact breakdown of each and every incident or sighting that occurred during that particular time period. So let me see if I can move this over here. here you can see, so there's the date all the way over here, okay? And if I can move this over for you, then I can show you, here's the town and the time, and then you can see the actual brief description of the sighting. For example, here, two strange beams of light. They were very bright. They were hovering above some trees. The lights then moved towards the borders of Staffordshire, and you have many other incidents that are represented here. A lot of the things that I saw here that struck me was obviously people stating that things were very strange, hovering. The lights seem to be similar in color, meaning a lot of times orange, yellow, green, and red, mostly being orange and red. So I know those are the colors of, lights in general that we see in the sky. But, if you go on here, you will see for yourself a definite correlation, a positive correlation. So here's an object in the sky that looked like a glowing red ball. A strange substance like molten metal burst from it as it went overhead. It moved without sound. That is another theme that I saw throughout these descriptions, is that a lot of times there's no sound, and the time periods of which it hovers are anywhere from millisecond to an hour. So when you have something that's hovering over a space for an hour, you tend to get a pretty good look at it. So these orbs have been seen here in Los Angeles a lot as well, and they are very interesting, to say the least. Now, myself, do I believe in UFOs? I'm really not sure. I mean, obviously there's something going on, but I'm not sure if it's another technology from another country, like Russia or China or even the United States, backwards engineering, whatever you want to